Hello, Capricorn. Welcome. I'm Ryan. Thank you for being here. It's going to be a general reading, so of course everything may not resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel, About the D3 Tarot Messages Review as well. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, wow. What? Life in the fast lane, Capricorn. Goodness gracious. Life in the fast lane. Um, we'll go with it. We'll see where this kind of goes. Oh my goodness gracious, Capricorn. You're okay. Wow. Okay. I'm really looking at this. You're showing me right now, Capricorn, that okay, we'll go with it. You're showing me that things right now, financially speaking, are very difficult. And this is definitely throwing you off your game to the point where you're kind of like, you know what? I don't want to focus on work right now. Even though I know I have to, I know. I don't want to focus on work right now. There's actually this communication between you and someone, which you're kind of showing me is there's clearly an attraction there between the two of you. But I feel like you're more so attracted to them. You kind of like, you know what? It's like whoever this person or individual is, there's communication, and you're kind of like, you know what? You want to do something crazy? Let's go get married or something. There's this energy of just like 0 to 100 really fast. And this is interesting because it almost seems and feels like you're running through the process of, you know what? I'm looking for an adventure. I'm looking for some excitement. I'm looking for a little bit of adrenaline. Um, there is some sort of, and this was interesting. I'm not too sure if this is, daydreaming, fantasizing, what this energy is. But you're literally running through the process, everything. And I don't know if this is one of those things where it's like your life is a movie, possibly, but you're showing me the visualization of like we can get married, we can go do this, we can go do that. And what's interesting is as you're in this process of trying to kind of orchestrate all this, if you will, the way you're moving within the situation is more so from a strategic standpoint, to the point where it's kind of like whatever is going on between the two of you, even though the two of you I do see are possibly feeling spontaneous together, there's something here where, how do I say this? Yes, in a sense, you're showing me the attractions there. You want them. At the same time, you're also trying to figure out and understand why something more isn't taking place between the two of you, if you catch my drift. There is a commitment, relationship, and marriage in place. There is. At the same time, you're trying to figure out, it's kind of like, well, what gives at this point? It's interesting because it seems like there's some sort of conflict between the two of you about having a ideal dynamic or situation between the two of you, romantically speaking, to the point where you're realizing, well, if I have to, how to word this? If I have to think of, if I have to think of ulterior ways to get them to want to give to this relationship, get them to want to give to this relationship, that's a huge problem and issue for me. You're kind of like saying they present themselves in one way, but the way they are, the way they behave, and the way they act is completely two different things. It's the equivalent of seeing someone online who's a little bit more out there. And it's sort of like you go on, like, let's just say for an example, you go on a date with them and you find out they're actually really reserved. But online, they present themselves as if they're kind of like this outgoing, extroverted individual who likes to, live free and party hardy. Opposites. You're showing me opposites to the point where even though things are actually happening between the two of you, you're still showing me, yeah, but that's also still a problem. It's still a problem that you even have to kind of think this way or be this way or even communicate or bring this up for things to kind of progress in that, let's just say in that context. I was going to say, you're kind of showing me it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And just like that, you're having the realization of, you know what? I'm looking actually for the opposite. I'm looking for the loving, the nurturing energy that's going to give. It is what it is. What you're showing me, Capricorn, is you have your preference. You have what you're seeking. And who you are dealing with is not it. You're saying, yeah, they might be attractive, but there's a difference in energy between attractiveness, lust, temptation, seduction, and loving, caring, nurturing, and feminine energy. It is what it is. You're saying, you know what? Yeah, I'm also working on my exit plan, my exit strategy, because there's someone else on the side that I already feel like is more loving, more caring, and more nurturing. And there it is. This is what this is the play of energies right now. The difference between love and passion, fire and water. There's a play of energies taking place, and you're finding out, you know what? Fire just isn't it. I'm looking for love, caring, nurturing, feminine, not fiery passion. And it's kind of like, it's a little aggressive. Nothing wrong with it, but it's a little aggressive. And then you find out later on that it's kind of like, no, it presents itself that way, but then you get closer and closer and closer, and it just gets colder. You're showing me that's a problem. So whatever this, whoever this other person is, Capricorn, that you're considering, you're saying, you know what? I see real potential with them. And that's hard for me to even try and contain myself with, because you're saying, you know what? I'm dealing with this person, but then I see that person over there, and they're like a splitting image, and they present themselves in this way. That's what I'm looking for. And so right now you're kind of saying, you know what? I'm in a bit of a situation, and I'm you Capricorn are getting a little heated up, and you're kind of like, you know what? That fire's burning within me to get up and do something and change something. And I feel like you're about to. So, of course, if you are dealing with anyone, you could be dealing with an earth sign, a fire sign, a water sign, or an air sign. They're all here. Goodbye.